I'd like to see Ilia clinch a little bit, maybe wrestle. One of the things I noticed when I fought Max is we only clinched briefly in the 5th round, and I just remember like it didn't feel like strong physically. You know, it felt like you could probably sort of boss him in that. And I think where Ilia's a strong physical guy, short, stocky, good wrestler, black belt. I believe he's a black belt. I'd like to see him use those tools a bit more and just to see what he can do with Max. It's a hard one, you know, because Max is notorious for being such a high volume puncher, so fit as well. You don't want to go in for clinches and try and wrestle him and use your strength and then burn out all your energy. I'm sure Ilia's 5 round prepared and all that, but Max has had more 5-round fights than anyone. And he seems to only be getting better. For me, selfishly, I would like Max to win, because then it sort of clears a path. If I get back here, get another win, you know, could try and sort of line up a rematch down the line or something like that, which is something, obviously, that is the goal. Not necessarily Max as the rematch, but the goal is to be a champion, and him having the title makes that a lot more clear. Yeah, I feel like Ilia's going to win it. He's good. He's so confident. When a guy's got that sort of, I don't know, he's kind of created it himself. He's had some dominant wins. Again, he's undefeated, but like he's been hurt in fights. There's a lot.
I mean, I always favor Max. I just like Max. I think the way that he fought just in his last fight, he showed that he's getting better. And stylistically, I like the matchup for Max. I think it's going to be, you know, Ilia's heavy boxing. Max is really good boxing, volume striker. I think the key for both of them is going to be, like, how does Abu Dhabi affect them? Going down there early, who's going to get there early? How do you feel? I think for Max, he's been in the game so long and he's fought so many different styles. For Ilia, like I said, you got all that hype right now. You got sometimes you get comfortable. And I think he's getting to that point of feeling himself a little bit too much. I think Max could pull this one through.
It's gonna be a good fight. I hope so. Max Holloway. Yeah, I like his style. I like what he do in the octagon. So yeah, Max Holloway for sure.
Okay.
And we're gonna have, you know, fireworks and a very good fight for sure. When he is inside the octagon, always something's happening.
I'm picking Max Holloway. Now, guys, I'm also a big fan of Max Holloway. I think he's a phenomenal fighter. Obviously, he's a legend of the sport. This is a 5-round fight. Why am I giving it to Max Holloway? Well, first, let me make a case for Ilia Topuria first. Okay, so if you look at all of Ilia Topuria's knockouts, all of them, he always brings the guy to the fence. He corrals the guy to the fence. He never gets them out in the open. He never gets them in the center of the octagon. Hasn't happened yet. He's always corralling his opponents to the fence. Why? He's a shorter guy. For him to throw with confidence that he won't get countered, to throw the full power shot, he has to corral you to the fence. Now, here's the thing. That's the one way he can win. He's got one way. Can it happen? Yes. Will it happen? Less likely than a guy like Max Holloway, who has many ways to win. He has several ways to win. Max can outdo him in the 5 rounds. He can outpace him. He can out volume. He can out decision. He has a much greater chance of winning by decision. And he could finish Topuria. You doubt me? Go watch his last fight. 1 second left. Knocks out Justin Gaethje. If he can knock out Justin Gaethje's chin has been tested time after time. He's been hit by all the biggest hitters. Then he gets knocked out by a featherweight.
Ilia Topuria, who knocks people the hell out. And as I'm looking at this fight, and I'm looking at keys to what I think a guy like Max Holloway needs to make those adjustments. Max Holloway, out of both of those guys, he's accustomed to fighting everybody somewhat the same, but against a guy, an inside fighter like Ilia Topuria, he is going to have to make those adjustments. He's going to have to, literally, don't do the 10-second thing. Don't be looking at the damn man and say, hey, I want you now. No. This guy is too dated. But that being said, he did fight Gaethje at 155 pounds. But because he is going down to 145 pounds, and because this guy's welcoming that exchange with a guy like Max Holloway, and because he has been a guy at 155 pounds, when he did go up to 155 pounds, I can see Ilia Topuria not just winning, but potentially beating Max Holloway by knockout. Yeah, dude.
All right.
You deal with a guy with heavy power like that, and he's put away a guy like Volkanovski. He's put away guys up a weight division. If you want to play with fire, you're gonna get burned tomorrow.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait for this one. I love my man Max Holloway. Ilia Topuria is very tough, great boxing. He's also got that one hitter quitter power, but Max Holloway is not a guy you want to stay in the pocket with. I mean, as you saw against Justin Gaethje, he can put anybody to sleep at any weight. So I think he's going to be relentless. I think he's going to be very hard to hit. I'm leaning towards my man Max Holloway on this.
Man, it's such a tough fight because Max Holloway, the only guy that's been able to really give him trouble was Alexander Volkanovski, who is an orthodox fighter, who is shorter in stature, who does have good hands, can kick you as well, and grappling is fairly good. So you're fighting a guy very similar to that is more explosive, I believe has more power in their hands. And I think Ilia Topuria, I'm very high on both guys. I think Ilia Topuria just possesses a balance that I don't think I've really ever seen in mixed martial art. It's a balance of a boxing balance to where I'm able to bounce in and bounce out, reel off combinations, 3-4 punch combinations to the body, to the head, but I'm still able to drop my level and defend a shot. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna have to go with Ilia Topuria. I think he is right. This is just his time. He's put in so much work to where I think he's found his stride. So I think this is his time right now.
I literally have no idea. I think Max is a tough son of a gun, but I am curious to see what this champ has. He talks about it, and now clearly he is about it. So that's it. Like bro, let's just I'm interested in you now.
I think if you look at it as Ilia beat Alex and Alex beat Max 3 times. Ilia's going to win. I guess it's easy to throw odds like that, but you look deep into it. Stylistically, this is going to be a pretty tough fight for Ilia. I think Max can slow him down and either maybe get a finish towards the end. He won't get a finish earlier because Ilia's tough. He's going to stick to his guns. Even in our fight, when I was landing some clean shots, obviously I wanted to fight my fight, but I was trying to get myself in it, and I was trying to rev myself up, and I'd land some shots, and I'd land a nice clean jabs. But he was just stoic through it all, and just wasn't phased with it, just kept pursuing forward, kept stuck to his guns. So I don't think he's going to be rattled too much by what Max does earlier. But once he starts to feel that gas tank, once that gas tank starts. I'm cracking him, it's not doing much, he's starting to land on me, I can't get my takedowns, I'm really breathing heavy now. That's when you're going to start to see things change. That won't happen early. That's going to have to happen maybe second round, third round. You'll start to see him slow down, and then start to maybe freak out because of those things. Not freak out because Max is landing on him or he's not landing. He's going to be stoic early on, but I think he's going to really start to feel it as the fight goes on. And I'm going to go with Max Holloway. I think decision would be the best bet.
I don't know, man. I mean, Max has been in there so many times. He's got so much experience. He's an absolute dog. His competitive spirit is as high as anybody that's ever stepped in there. So, you're not going to run through him no matter what. It's a crazy game, and Topuria has power. So if he touches him, he can knock him out. But we'll see. I mean, Topuria was very impressive versus Volkanovski, so we'll see how he looks.
Who's your favorite fighter to watch right now? Is everybody else's favorite fighter?
I like watching Whitaker. I like watching Holloway.
Opinions on Topuria. Him too. Don't give a fuck about him either. He reminds me of a little retard Artem Lobov. Topuria does, yeah. Two little retards. Holloway too light, too fast. I think Holloway picks him apart. Holloway has done it. He has that featherweight title. He's had it for a long time. He's now the BMF. I think Topuria for me is a non-champion in my opinion. He might have a strap, but it's a meaningless strap in my opinion as he holds it. I don't see any attraction to it. So what's he? Is he Georgian? Or is he Spanish or what's he? So I don't even know what he is.
It'd be interesting to see how Ilia Topuria approaches this fight, because Ilia Topuria has known to have some trouble on the feet with longer guys. Granted, Max is taller, but he's not longer. And Ilia Topuria does make adjustments as the fight goes on, and so does Max Holloway. So you have two intelligent stand-up artists fighting each other. And I would not be surprised if Ilia Topuria is having a hard time finding Max. I would not be surprised if Ilia Topuria does a double leg takedown to try to slow down, just to change up the dynamic of the fight, right? Like, I always think that's a good thing. If you're having a hard time in a fight with somebody, you change the element of the game by just throwing something out there, like a shot or fighting the clinch, anything like that. And that's one of the things that I love that Max did when he fought Jose Aldo, because he was piecing with the hands, and then once he started throwing that body kick, I was like, holy shit. That is an amazing piece that he threw into the puzzle, because I didn't think Max was gonna, throw the body kicks. And Max has had so many bangers. Like, I never forget when he fought, I feel like he fought Anthony Pettis, and when he was beating Anthony Pettis, and then Anthony Pettis curled up and he went and did like 6 pop, 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 pop. Like, anytime Max fights, it's always a banger, and that's why he's the baddest right now in the UFC.
Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel.